Срочная новость. Пророчество об исторических наводнениях, грядущих на землю. Точно исполнена. И все это началось, когда мегапророки Господа дали это шокирующее пророчество во время прямой трансляции по всему миру. В январе 6-23 года, больше чем год и 2 месяца раньше. Господь Бог Отец говорил со мной. В этот прошедший день я вижу исторические наводнения, грядущих на земле, невероятные наводнения, и все повсюду было полностью затоплено. От домов до дорог, полей, до всего остального. И вы знаете, что в таких случаях обычно Господь ставит нас там, поэтому мы тоже пытались бежать и пройти сквозь воду. Исторические наводнения обрушатся на землю. Кения не будет пощажена. Это вызовет бедствие. Это было довольно обширно. Мы пытались пересечь сквозь несколько мест. Это было невероятно. Итак, всякая часть была покрыта наводнениями. И вы знаете, люди пытались проехать на машинах, на велосипедах, на чем угодно, на лодках, пешком. Это было просто невозможно. Господь просит о покаянии, чтобы народы могли отвернуться от греха и подготовиться к пришествию Мессии. Господь грядет, чтобы поколебать комфорт этого поколения. Наводнения грядут. Исторические наводнения грядут на землю. И еще опять мегапророки Господа предупредили об исторических наводнениях, грядущих на землю. Итак, благословение люди. Господь Егова говорил со мной очень обширно в этот прошедшей ночью. Очень обширный разговор. Господь показал мне наводнения. Люди использовали лодках, чтобы убежать. Я вижу много наводнения. Люди теперь пытались использовать лодках, чтобы убежать. Мессия грядет, благословение людей. А затем я видел 3-я часть. Я молился за лидеров этой страны. Лидеров этой нации. Они пришли для молитвы. Я молился за страной и молился за людей страной. Мессия грядет. Спасибо.
China's weather agency has issued its highest level rainstorm warning yet for the south of the country.
Powerful storms across southern China turned rivers into raging torrents. Roads became fast-flowing rapids, cascading down village streets. The bridge simply couldn't withstand the sheer force of the flood. The destruction became clearer in daylight, as did the number of people left stranded. But others cried for help as their streets were submerged. Rescuers had to navigate their boats through a flooded urban landscape.
Floods in northern Sydney. Other residents have been told to be prepared to flee their homes because of the rising flood waters. The area's main reservoir, which supplies most of the city's drinking water, has started to overflow.
Tonight, the deadly flooding disaster in Brazil. Days of heavy rains across the southern state of Rio Grande do Sul triggering massive floods. Emergency crews using helicopters to airlift stranded residents to safety. Shows mudslides flowing down mountains, smashing into homes, gaping holes left in roads, others completely overrun. Even this animal caught up in the raging.
Heavy rains in Brazil this week have led to at least 8 deaths in the country's southern state of Rio Grande do Sul.
Now, the worst flooding in almost 100 years has hit Russia and Kazakhstan, forcing the evacuation of more than 100,000 people.
In places, Orenburg is a city submerged. Roads turned into rivers by the worst flooding in living memory. Evacuation underway is the message for anyone still living here. All the houses are flooded, says the local mayor. He's sailing down the streets, surveying the devastation. In Orenburg, thousands have left their homes or been helped to leave by emergency services and by volunteers. This is neighbouring Kazakhstan. Here, 100,000 people have been evacuated from the flood zone. Meanwhile, other Russian regions are preparing for flooding as water levels continue to rise.
Parts of Conroe, Texas are swamped, leaving some vehicles submerged.
She is okay. That is the important part.
There's water so high and expansive, we could not travel there.
This is Al Jazeera.
Severe floods are affecting towns and cities across southern Russia and Kazakhstan. Thousands of people have been forced to flee their homes, often with little warning. The water level of the Ural River in the southern Russian city of Orenburg has reached record highs. Officials say the worst is yet to come in some places.
Heavy rains have left a trail of destruction. Besides the loss of life, it has swept away roads and damaged property and farmlands. The weather department is warning of more heavy rainfall, thunder and hailstorms across the country.
The land of sand has become a world of water. At Dubai Airport, planes ploughed through floods with people plucked from the torrents.
It was quite vast. We were trying to cross through some areas. It was unbelievable. So every part was covered by floods, and people are trying to pass by vehicles, by bike, by everything, by foot. It was just impossible.
Consistent rains have submerged parts of this church, and the entire neighborhood along with it. These houses of Gatumba in western Burundi can now only be accessed by boat.
Historic floods are coming to the earth, blessed people, and Kenya will not be spared. Kenya will not be spared.
Torrential rains have led to the overflowing rivers, burst sewers, submerged roads and homes, and left many residents counting their losses. This is Al Jazeera.
The rains mostly come at night and leave devastation in the morning. Dozens of people have been killed in flash floods here in Kenya. People in the slums of the capital, Nairobi, say the government's done little to help. Kenya's iconic tourist destination, the Masai Mara Wildlife Reserve, flooded when a river burst its banks. Dozens of hotel workers and tourists had to be rescued.
The ongoing heavy rains, which have inflicted widespread damage nationwide, severely affected Jomo Kenyatta International Airport on Saturday. Leaking roofs halted operations at Terminal 1C. The flooding caused the destruction of goods in the cargo section's cold room.
The rescue mission following the Mai Mahiu floods tragedy is still ongoing, even as the death toll hits more than 50, with the rescue team recovering one male body and an unidentified head today, laying bare the magnitude of the flash floods.
Update now on the extreme flooding out of Kenya. Officials say 40 people have died in western Kenya after a dam collapsed there. It comes as the death toll in the country surpasses 100 due to flooding. This is an aerial view of that flooded river, the Tana River. The Red Cross there says 23 people were rescued after a boat capsized after heading to a village. More people are missing. The extreme flooding is causing schools to postpone their second terms.
Ona hii yote ilibebwa na maji. Ona miti kule. Ai, hizi hata sijui zilikuwa wapi. Ona hii yote ilibebwa na maji. Zile miti zilikatwa na maji. Imagine that force. Ona huko. Hata tuoneshe kule mbele. Hapa kuna gari zimefunikwa hapa. Hapa hivi kuna gari zimefunikwa. So hii maji ilibeba. Imagine venye kuna kaa hivi. Ona huku. Wow. Hii ni bridge. This is a bridge. Wow.
The Lord showed me a lot of floods, people using boats trying to get away. So I see a lot of floods, people trying to use boats now to get away.
ra bên đây.